family at this time. May the peace of Yah come upon you when you learn to obey Him, brothers and sisters. What we gonna look at? We're gonna go back in the time of Moshe, when Yah was using him to give them a warning of idol worship, brothers and sisters, and brothers and sisters, and show them the outcome and what was going to take place in latter days when the people turn away from Yah, brothers and sisters, because Yah is our life and He is our only way, brothers and sisters, and He gave us His Torah. So what I'm going to go back and rehearse with you as a reminder to show you the things that our people was taught from Yah and was shown by Yah and were allowed to hear and see from Yah, brothers and sisters, that you may retain this in your memory, because He only done this with our nation, brothers and sisters. But our nation started looking to the other nations and wanted to be like them, and that was a big mistake, brothers and sisters. When we had the way of life, the only perfect way of life, brothers and sisters. Other nations had laws that govern their own nation, but it was not perfect. And Yah was making us as a special treasure unto Himself, that all the world would see and turn and reverence Yah. So let's get into it, because I don't want to make this video too long, because I got another very important video to do after this called Restored Remnant of Yah. So let's go back and check this history, the knowledges of the past. I would love to read all chapter 4, but I'm not. For the sake of time, we'll start off with verse 10. It says, remember the day you stood before Yah, your Barah, at Horeb, when Yah said to me, assemble the people to me, that I may let them hear my words. You see that? He was telling Moshe to assemble the people to him, that the people may hear the words of Yah, His audible voice, so that they may learn to fear me. See, that's very important, that you may learn to fear Yah by hearing His words. That's what He was telling Moshe. And all the day they live on the earth. See, that all the days they live on the earth. And that they may teach their children. You see that? The words of Yah. Because in that generation, they heard the words of Yah, but He was showing them that the further generations later, they would have to hear the same words of Yah that was spoken to them. See, and they may teach their children. For you came near and stood at the foot of the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire to the very height of the heavens, and darkness, cloud, and thick gloom. And said, then Yah spoke to you from the midst of fire. You heard the sound of words, but you saw no form. This is very important. So you saw no form. Our people never saw the form of Yah, only a voice. So He declared to you His covenant, which He commanded you to perform. The 10 Commandments, that is the 10 Commandments, and He wrote them on 2 tablets of stone. And Yah commanded me at that time to teach you the statutes and judgments, that you may perform them in the land where you are going over to possess. See, that they may perform them statutes and covenant in the land where they was going to possess it. So watch yourselves carefully, since you did not see any form on the day Yah spoke to you at Horeb from the midst of the fire. See, that's a very key important right there, brothers and sisters. He told them to watch themselves. Be careful, because what they're going to see when they get into the other nations, they're going to see these people observing idol worship of the things in heaven and the earth, the sea beneath the earth, all the different forms and shapes that people turn and worship and bow down to. He was warning them not to do these things, because Yah did not even show us His form, that we could make a form of Yah and turn and reverence this form instead of Yah. See, Yah is so much wise. That's why He never allowed us. One of the main reasons, because He knows the minds of people would turn and worship things, but not the Creator Himself. See, He didn't. The Creator didn't even put the emphasis on his own form. Like so many today you see on Facebook, the whole emphasis is on their form and their shapes, especially women. And a lot of men that became like-minded like women is more concentrated, more focused on their figure. Instead of using Facebook for a tool to gather our people, they use it for a tool to gather people to themselves. Self-worship is the same as idolatry worship. That was the number one thing y'all was focusing their mind not to do. And Moshe was warning them at this point. That's what I'm pointing out to you now. So keep that in mind. And so I'm going to go to verse 25. And this is talking about Moshe was showing them what they was going to do and how they was going to turn away from Yah. The same thing he was warning them about and reminding them we never saw the form of Yah. But he spoke in the midst of fire and we heard his voice. It's very important that you all who hear this video focus on this. So right here, 25, let me get to 25, chapter 4 of Deuteronomy in verse 25. I'm going to start all with. It said, okay, when you become the father of children and children and children and have remained long in the land and act corruptly. See, he foretold them how our people will act. They have so many children and start acting corruptly and make an idol. You see that? Everybody can see that. Make an idol. El, Elohim, El. Make an idol in the form of anything. And do that which is evil in the sight of Yah, your Barah, so as to provoke him to anger. See what provoked him? Making a form of idols to worship. To bow down to. Provoking him, which is moving him to anger. Because all y'all watch his nation and look upon us in jealousy, brothers and sisters. In great care and concern. He said, I call heaven and earth to witness against you today, that you shall surely, he was saying, when we do these things, which our nation done these things, shall perish. See, that was in the covenant, shall perish quickly from the land where you are going over the yard to possess it. You shall not live long on it, but shall be utterly destroyed. And Yah will scatter you among the peoples. You see that? This is what took place to our nation. And why? And you shall be left few in number among the nations, where Yah shall drive you. And there you will serve gods. See what our people serve gods, the idols, the works of man's hands. See, the gods are idols. See, Yah's not a god, but see, right, they serve El. That's how we will say it in Hebrew. The work of man's hand, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear, nor eat nor smell. But from there, see, it says from there in the foreign lands where we held captive slaves, but from there you will seek Yah, your Barah, and you will find him if you search for him with all your heart and all your soul. Let's contemplate on this. See what it said? It said from there. See, this a prophecy that Moshe knew. Yah told him what was going to take place. And he told them before they ever got into the land, brothers and sisters. When our people was going to multiply, have these children and turn to idol worship and forsake Yah. And Yah going to forsake us. He's going to be angry with our nation and destroy many. And only a few going to be left scattered all over the earth. See right here, it says, but from there you will seek Yah. That's why we're seeking Yah now. Those who will, it's your Barah, our Creator. And you will find him. See, look, it says you will find him. If, see, the if is only you search for him with all your heart and all your soul. That's why everybody don't know Yah. Because they don't seek Yah. They don't search for Yah, our Barah, with all of their soul and all their heart. So you cannot return to Yah. You won't be in the kingdom of Yah if you don't focus totally on Yah. That's why it comes from your soul It's time for your life, your being. All your power must focus on Yah. Because our nation, with all their soul and heart, turned away from Yah. It could not please Yah, and Yah rejected. He watched us, and with great jealousy towards us. And he removed us. Everything Moshe said, what Yah said, he done. There's only one way to come back to Yah. With all your soul, your heart, must retain this knowledge of Yah to get back to Yah. No one will be in the kingdom of Yah without having a heart towards Yah. That's a fact. It's in the writings. It's even tell you, even the nation gonna know we have a change of heart towards Yah when we get back home and set up again. And the kingdom and that land be totally ours. So right here, it's all to see, brothers and sisters, the words of Yah plain as I give it to you. He said, but from there you will seek Yah, your Bara, see, talking about in the foreign land, and you will find him, see, in the foreign land, and you should search for him with all your heart and all your soul. When you are in distress, see, trouble, we're in it now, and all these things have come upon you. The latter days you will return to see. In the latter days, we are in the latter days. You will return to Yah, your Bara, and listen to his voice. See, the voice, the words of Yah. The verse in the words of Yah is coming. Remember, I've been telling you, Isaiah chapter 11, he will send his Messiah, the branch of the seed of David, to you. And you will rally to him to hear the voice of Yah. He will set you in order by the words of Yah. But your soul and heart must be in it. With that, without your soul and heart, you will never be able to please Yah. And you're going to be rejected by Yah because you reject the voice of Yah. The words of Yah. It's right here for all to see. See? It said, and listen to his voice. It said, when you are in distress, trouble, which we are now, Europeans are killing us with other nations as well. So it said, you are in distress. It said, when you are in distress, and all these things have come upon you, in the latter days you will return to Yah, your Bara, and listen to his voice. Moshe said this over 4,000 years ago, brothers and sisters. We're in distress. Our nation is at the lowest point. The nation is building houses, storehouses to keep housing many. They got coffins built for mass slaughter. But there's only one way to escape. You got to put your soul and heart into the works of Yah to hear his voice. I'm showing you that right now, the plans of Yah. So right here it says, for Yah, your Bara is a compassionate Bara. He will not fail you, nor destroy you, nor forget the covenant with your father. See right here, he will not forget the covenant. See, the covenant still stands. Even though our ancestors broke the covenant, he put us out the land. But it's still the same. He said he would not forget the covenant, the same old covenant with our ancestors, which he swore to them if we obey them. See that? He said, indeed, as new students, indeed, as now concerning the former days, which were before you, since the day that Bara created man on the earth, and inquired from one end of heaven to the other, has anything been done like this great thing, or has anything been heard like this, like it? No. Has any people heard the voice of Bara speaking from the midst of fire, as you have heard it and survived? Nobody. Nobody have that count on this earth, bro. Such high and low, far and near. Nobody heard the voice of Yah from the fire, but only our nation, brothers and sisters. Our ancestors heard it and trembled at that time and feared Yah. They feared Yah so much, and they told Moshe, we don't want to hear Yah, you speak to us, Moshe. They should not have said that, but that's what they said, brothers and sisters. They should always wanted to hear the voice of Yah. They would always been in safety if they would have heard the voice of Yah and received it and welcomed the voice of Yah. So it said, has any people heard the voice of Bara speaking from the midst of fire as you have heard it and survived? Or has a god, an idol, a Bazel, Shemael, El, tried to go to take for himself a nation from within another nation by trials, by signs and wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, by an outstretched arm, and by a great terrorist, as Yah your Bara did for you in Egypt before your eyes. See, Yah removed our nation from out of the Mizraim, Kemet. To you it was shown that you might know that Yah, he is our Bara. There is no other besides him. Out of the heavens he let you hear his voice to discipline you, to correct you. And on earth he let you see his great fire, and you heard his words from the midst of fire. See how to say to discipline us, to correct us, to get us in line, and to get us in order to follow the will of Yah. And to distinguish him from all the idols that can't speak, can't hear, can't see. He said, out of the heavens. I read that. He said, because he loved your ancestors. See, they got fathers, but your ancestors. Therefore, he chose their descendants after them. And he personally brought you from Egypt by his great power. See, he loved Yaakov. He loved Abraham, Ishak, and Yaakov because they obeyed Yah. Abraham became a friend of Yah. He was even willing to offer up his own son to Yah. But Yah did not allow a man's sin offering. Brothers and sisters. That was the heart of Abraham. Yah told him to look at the stars in heaven. And said, and I will give your seed as many as the stars of heaven. And Abraham believed him. And never saw one child at that time, but he trusted Yah. And trembled before Yah. And Yah saw his heart and know he believed in Yah, that he was going to do it, brothers and sisters. And he done it. So right here, brothers and sisters, on 37, he said, because he loved your ancestors, therefore he chose their descendants. That's why he chose us. And after them, he personally brought you from Egypt by his great power, driving out from before you nations greater and mightier than you, to bring you in and to give you their land for inheritance as it is today. You see that, brothers? America, the European people got no power over us when you know Yah. Just like he moved them, he going to remove the Europeans far away from us, brothers and sisters, even though we are in the midst of them. They can't stop us from rallying. They can't stop us from coming together. But your soul and your heart must be in the work of Yah. Right here. He said, know therefore today and take it to your heart that Yah, he is your Bara in heaven above and on the earth beneath. Below, there is no other. So you shall keep his statutes and his commandments, which I am giving you today, that it may go well with you and with your children after you, and that you may live long on the land which Yah, your Bara, is giving you for all times. You get that, brothers and sisters? It was predicated on that we obey Yah. But Moshe showed them out there many children going to come to time our people are going to disobey Yah to be taken as captives. But he said, in the land of captivity. See right here? He said, and Yah will scatter you among the peoples, see the nation, and you shall be left few in number among the nations, where Yah should drive you. And there you shall serve, see, all the religions that have all the gods, wood and stone, Christianity and Islam, and all Buddhism and all the rest of them, with Egyptology and all the garbage. He said, but from there you will seek Yah, your Barak, and you will find him if this only way you're going to find Yah, if you search for him with all your heart and all your soul, which is all your being, the power that he gave you within your body. Besides that, you will not see Yah.